shows from what? From 16 to 19 or more?
Probably more. I was averaging. 1 year I did about 300. I was averaging about 200 a year.
Did you treat that like school? Like that was like you learned a lot from the music
industry?
I
treated it like a day job. Yeah, I'd find somewhere in the day to go and write a song, and then in the evening I'd go and perform. And I tried to do that every single day. So I came out of it with a lot of gig experience and a lot of songs.
Do you feel like you've learned from, because you were pitching songs and going to different producers, did you learn, okay, I know this character, I got this character?
Yeah, and I love it, because all the people that turned me down and never gave me any time are all approaching me now, and I'm just like, no!
Tell us about some of the rap producers you're working with. They've got 3 stages with their head nods or something when they're liking songs, apparently.
Yeah, there's 3 different stages for a rap producer.
If they like an Ed Sheeran song.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was one specific producer that I was sitting with, and I put on a song, and they'd be like, that's like the first one, and then they'd be like, I really like this, which is the backwards head nod.
Okay.
And then there's the one that can go one of 2 ways, and I'd like to describe it. I'm gonna swear, so just I'd like to describe it as 2 things, but initially it's as if someone has taken a shit in your kettle. It's the kind of disgusted look. It is the disgusted look where you're just like.
But they like it.
It's one of 2 things. They could either be going no, or they could be going yeah. But like I remember I sat in the studio with Timbaland actually, and played him a song, and he just went like that. And it was the first song I played him, and I'd never really met Timbaland properly, and I'm a massive Timbaland fan, and I was just looking at him for like 4 minutes, being like, does he like it? And then in the end he just goes, dope. And I was like, sick.
Well, how about we start doing the head bob and you play another song? I don't know what you're gonna play something else for us. It's a surprise, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play something else. Well, it's not really a surprise, but I'm sorry for swearing for all the young Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I played a Australian radio station in February, and they said play a song that you wouldn't usually cover. So I chose this one. It's quite a fun song, and if you know it, then you know it, and if you don't, then you will. Sure to get down, get all the time. Strictly bitch, you don't play around, cover much ground, got game by the pound. Getting paid is a forte, each and every day the truth play away. I wanna get her out of my mind, wow. I think about the girl all the time, wow. And east side to the west side, pushing fat rides, it's no surprise. She got tricks in the stash, stacking up the cash, quick when it comes to the gas. By no means average, is on she's got to happen. You're a perfect 10, I wanna get in, let me get down so I can win. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up now. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up. She's got class and style, street knowledge by the pound. She'll never act wild, very low key on the profile. Catching feelings is a no, so let me tell you how it goes. Verbs the word, spins the verb, loving it curves so freak what you heard. I'm rolling with the fatness, you never quite know what the happened. You got to pay to play, just for shorty bang bang to go away. I like the way you work it, top notch so tight every day. Blowing my mind, baby, in time, maybe I could get you in my ride. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up now. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up. I like the way you work it, no diggity, I'm about to bag it up. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, then that girl is good. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, play on, play on, play on. And hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, then that girl is good. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $2 in my pocket. I'm looking for a come up, this is freaking awesome. I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm looking for a come up. This is freaking awesome. I'm gonna pop some tags, no diggity, about to bag it up. I'm gonna pop some tags, no diggity, about to bag it up. I'm gonna pop some tags, no diggity, about to bag it up. I'm gonna pop some tags, no diggity, about to bag it up.
Amazing. Ed Sheeran up close and personal. Hey, you know what? What do you love about Canada? Because you've been here, and I know you love Canadian women. I'm saying that. If you don't say it, we're going to attack.
I mean, I do, but like, where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Where's the proof? Well,
Yeah.
look at this.
No, I know, but I thought you were kind of like hinting that I'd
I don't have. I
dated
didn't talk
Avril
to an
or
uncle
something.
about that one. No, I don't have any photos or Instagram photos
Okay.
of you with any Canadian women.
Cool.
I'm not going to do all Kanye or Kim Kardashian on you. Nothing like
Oh.
that. Okay. So, but you love your Canadian. You
I
love
do.
What is it
I
about
do.
Canada?
It was the one country that I came here and I already had like a fully formed fan base. I didn't really have to do much. I turned up and played a big show and I was like, oh, that's cool. Every other country I've been in and kind of like really kind of hammered away and grafted away and started from the bottom and kind of worked my way up. And I just remember exactly, Drake started from the bottom. I didn't dance in the snow though. He looked like he was having fun, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In any other scenario, that would be the least gangster thing in the world. Drake, what are you going to do for your new music video? I'm going to dance in the snow.
I just love your Canadian accent. Do another Canadian accent. I know you can do American really. We're very similar, both.
Yeah, it's very, and you say boot, a boot.
But we don't really say
But
it.
you do, I know some Canadians that do that. But it's like everyone thinking that English people just drink tea and eat crumpets, which we do, but we don't talk about
You
it.
do have a teacup tattoo, do you not?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So what is it about? Where did you get your work ethic from? From your parents? Would you say?
From my dad, I think, yeah, from my dad, because my dad always complained that I never did homework, and he was like, you need to like step your work ethic up. And it was never that I didn't want to do homework, it's just like, I felt it completely... Parents don't hate me, but I just felt it was just a bit pointless to learn about trigonometry if like I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and I just felt doing 2 hours of trigonometry homework when I could be like doing singing or something, but you know, like, so yeah. And I think my dad, me and my dad had a lot of clashes at a young age because he was like, you really need to like start working and do like a good work ethic and apply your school life to your real life and like focus on the homework and do the exams, and then that will kind of work in the real world. And I just remember leaving home with my guitar and getting to London and it just clicking, and it wasn't really work. I was enjoying it. So yeah, I guess that's where the work ethic came from.
And now when he comes to your gigs, does he's like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, no, but he's been saying that for a while. Before I had like real success, he saw how hard I was working. So I think he's always been proud. The success hasn't made him proud. It's more like having the work ethic. But yeah, obviously, I mean, yeah, I get to do nice things for them now, which is cool.
Yeah, and and I think you're a brilliant songwriter, right, guys? And you are smart because you're writing for other artists, and that's like investments, because then you don't have to tour, they get to tour, and you get to make all the money, right?
It definitely works, yeah, it definitely works. But it's more of an investment for the future. It's kind of like having a CV and going to university and getting your degree just so you can have it later on in life to get something else. So like all of this, having like the song with Taylor has just been a hit in Europe, which is cool, and the One Direction song I wrote went #1 there and stuff, which was also cool. But like that's more to just have on a CV. So when I eventually want to slow down a little bit and not tour 24/7, that'll probably be in like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
The point where you have kids, I think you should step out a little bit and focus on that, because you don't want your kids growing up and
On a tour bus? No?
Yeah, well, or just growing up and being tearaways. You know, you need to be there and discipline.
What a good dad he's going to be, right?
But yeah, so at that point, that's when I'm going to start writing songs. And if I can go into record labels and be like, I've had this amount of hits, not just for me, but for other people, and this works, so this is what I want to do now. And then I can just sit in my garden in a shed all day.
And that's it.
Sounds pretty cool, right?
You were at somebody's house the other day leaving